Hey guys, Michael here with the Daily Note. If you have seen any of my videos, you should know that I'm a big fan of the Galaxy Note series of phones. When I got my hands on my first Galaxy Note 2 years ago, I liked it so much that I created a YouTube channel around it, and here we are with more than 70,000 subscribers. So here's my wish list on what I would like to see on the Galaxy Note 4, and I'm hoping to hear what you would like to see on the Note 4 as well, because all our needs are different. And I'm absolutely certain that Samsung, or at least people that work at Samsung, use social networking sites such as YouTube as a way of gathering feedback. So let's add some information to the web and discuss what features we would like to see on the Galaxy Note 4. So the first item is display size. I personally think that the size of the Note 3 is perfect. If it was any bigger, maybe it would start getting a bit hard to carry in the pocket. So I would love to see Samsung keep the device the same size but somehow increase the display size by reducing the borders. With that said, if they happen to release a slightly larger device, I wouldn't be surprised if I initially think the device is too big and then totally get used to carrying a larger device in a matter of a few hours, which tends to happen all the time. Second, what I would like to see is better battery life. Not 100 mAh increases, but I'm talking about significant increases. Sure, the Note 3 will go for a day and a half on mild use, but sometimes you just want to use that battery hogging app in full brightness for hours at a time. And we all know how quickly the battery drains when we use our devices like that. So I would love to see battery life at least double or even triple of what it is now. Maybe they can make a battery door with 2 extra batteries built in for people who don't mind the extra weight and thickness, or people can opt to use such an accessory on special days only when they think they need it. Third, I wish to see the AOSP based web browser that we saw on the Galaxy Note 2, which wasn't on the Galaxy Note 3. Right now, the best browser available for the Note 3 is Dolphin browser, and although I've gotten used to it, the browser on the Note 2 is still better in many ways, especially when you enable this feature. You can't see this browser on the Note 2 is running on Android 4.4 and it works flawlessly. I would love to see it again on the Note 4. Next, the ability to capture raw data from the camera. I originally thought this feature was a bit of a stretch, but it turns out that Android L will support this. And considering that the Note 4 will almost certainly come with the latest OS, this may be entirely possible. And this for me is a must-have feature. There are many advantages to shooting in RAW, accurate re-white balancing during post-processing, highlight and shadow recovery, and more dynamic range. Next, similar to capturing RAW files but this time with video, and I really think that 4K video is superb, especially on the Galaxy S5 that lets you shoot HDR video, and I think the quality would be good enough for professional use if they are willing to make some minor changes. Currently, it's capturing 4K video at 50 megabits per second, and that bitrate is too low to keep up when there's a lot of movement on the screen. So why not give us the option to select something like 100 megabits per second for 4K video and let the user worry about the file size. High bitrate video in the right hands is very valuable. Other settings that are a must is the ability to shoot 24p at 4K. Also, manual controls for shutter speed, ISO, and aperture are an absolute requirement as well. As a matter of fact, there's a known mod or hack for rooted users that let you record 4K video at 100 megabits per second. And these changes may be entirely possible if Samsung is willing to give their users the right options in the camera app. Next item on the wishlist is Google ChromeCast compatibility of Samsung apps. Before ChromeCast, there was AllShareCast with the same functionality of ChromeCast, but it was never a huge seller like ChromeCast. And now that ChromeCast offers basically the same type of functionality, there is even less reason to buy an AllShareCast that costs double the price and has very little third-party support. So Samsung should reevaluate whether they want to continue to only support a small number of people who bought an AllShareCast, or whether they should let their stock apps support streaming to ChromeCast. It would definitely be a nice feature to gain for all Samsung Galaxy users. Next, I would like the option to choose my voice assistant such as S-Voice or Google Now as a sole voice assistant on the Note 4. Looking at both S-Voice and Google Now, it is very redundant. Sure, there are a few things that S-Voice can do that Google Now can't, but overall Google Now seems to be the future. It is clear that Google is willing to spend way more resources developing a voice assistant further than Samsung would ever be interested in doing. So S-Voice, I know it had a decent run, but I would like to see the Galaxy Note 4 optionally but also fully support Google Now the way it was meant to be used, rather than S-Voice being in the way without the option to change it. Next on the wishlist is the option for bigger internal storage. I have a 32GB Galaxy Note 3, and there have been times when I had to make a decision to uninstall an app for the sole purpose of freeing up some space. And really, is this a decision I need to be making in 2014? Solid state storage is incredibly cheap these days, and whatever the reason was for not having a 64GB Galaxy Note 3, I hope Samsung can offer higher capacity devices for the Note 4. Considering Google is making it ever so harder to actually use the external storage card and demanding more of the internal storage for the OS, we're going to need that extra space. And finally, here's a fun one. An S Pen that doubles as a kickstand. I'm not sure if the S Pen on the Note 3 was purposely made this way, it probably was not. But a lot of people have figured out you can kinda use it as a kickstand, but it is still way too unstable in my opinion. So I hope Samsung designs the S Pen so that it can do this officially in a more sturdy way, because it's a feature that I would probably use every single day. And we're done. So that's my wish list on what I would love to see on the Galaxy Note 4. What do you want to see on the Note 4 that would be a must-have feature? Please share that in the comments, and if you appreciate this video, please like and share it. And as always, thank you for watching.